Hi guys, my name is Chris and you're watching Wrestling Today, so let's start with WWE superstars Shotzi away from the squared circle, and sometimes they can have spontaneous decisions. This is apparently what happened with Shotzi, because she just got married. Shotzi shared on Instagram that she spontaneously tied the knot in Las Vegas just ahead of the WWE live event scheduled for tonight. This was quite a surprise for fans all over. In her Instagram post, she mentioned heading straight to work after the ceremony. She dropped a post to let everyone know that she got married in Vegas, just in time to close out 2023 in wedded bliss. Shotzi said, "Just married. When I realized I would be performing in Vegas, we decided to elope before the show. It was very spontaneous and so perfectly us. I loved every second of it. I'll post something a little mushier later, but it's now time for an action-packed reception." Lately, Shotzi has been teaming up with Bianca Belair in tag team matches against Bayley and Sky at recent live events. Professionally, she has experienced a positive trajectory this year, moving up the card and receiving more television exposure. Shotzi is a SmackDown superstar, and lighting up the ring whenever she shows up. We can only imagine the amount of well wishes she will receive when she goes back to work. WWE superstars are having a great time during the holiday season, and Shotzi made the most of it. She went and got married in a big surprise ceremony. What's your take on Shotzi's surprise wedding? The next story is about on Monday Night Raw, where Rollins spoke his mind to Punk and even admitted that he hated him and stated that Punk should stop calling WWE his home. While speaking on Raw this week, Seth Rollins was asked to share his true feelings about CM Punk and what it would take for Punk to earn his respect. Rollins made it clear that CM Punk was ultimately a disappointment and embodied, "Never meet your heroes." Rollins said, "I don't know, man, we have a long road to get to that point. It's been 10 years of him doing the opposite of him earning my respect. I had a lot of respect for this guy. I put him on a pedestal in a lot of ways, and for me, he was the epitome of don't ever meet your heroes because they'll always disappoint you. That's what it's been for me for the last 10 years, just a series of disappointments, over and over and over. I've known the guy for 2 decades. It's been a wild 20 years. For him to get to a point where he's earned my respect again, I don't want to say it's Mount Everest because I don't think that would be doing it justice, to be honest. It's going to be a long road, if we ever get there." WWE is also aware that Seth Rollins won't be holding back his feelings about CM Punk in their feud. We will have to wait and see how WWE will continue to book their feud in the coming weeks. What's your view on what Seth Rollins said? Are you looking forward to Seth Rollins versus CM Punk in the future? Next we previously reported that things could change for Mercedes-Mone's talks with any company in the pro wrestling world. There are many big events she could come to and create an enormous amount of buzz. Sean Sapp is now reporting behind Fightful's paywall that WWE and Sasha Banks are no longer talking about a return. It was said that WWE and Mercedes-Mone had good talks, but they didn't work anything out at this time. Sean Sapp said top free agent Mercedes-Mone aka Sasha Banks and WWE had been engaged in conversations to possibly bring her back to the company. However, WWE sources stated to Fightful Friday night that the two sides are no longer in active negotiations regarding a return. The two sides had recently been engaged in conversations about a return. We're told the dialogue was friendly, the back and forth failed to progress, and WWE sources claimed that their side walked as a result of it. It was also noted that another source within the company believed that she would end up appearing elsewhere imminently, but didn't state where. AEW has their World's End show Saturday, and JPW has Wrestle Kingdom next week, and TNA Wrestling is rebranding for Hard to Kill in 2 weeks. We will have to see if things change for Mercedes-Mone and WWE. After all, CM Punk's deal to return to WWE didn't come together until days prior to Survivor Series. What's your take on Mercedes-Mone's status in the pro wrestling world? The next story is about Triple H just took to X/Twitter to address the rumor going around about a former WWE champion possibly returning this Monday night on Raw. Hunter stated that he would not confirm or deny the rumors, but fans should stay tuned. As was first reported earlier via Fightful Select, WWE has been working on bringing back a former WWE champion who is not currently on the roster. There's no word on who this person might be. One person who can be ruled out, most likely, is Mercedes-Mone. Fightful Select reported that talks between WWE and Mone have fallen apart, and the belief from people in WWE is that she will appear elsewhere imminently. As for who could be showing up on Monday, there are no hints pointing to a specific person. It's pretty clear that WWE is expecting a big rating now that they don't have to go up against Monday Night Football, and the buzz around this mystery person returning will help draw in more eyeballs. The final story is about Raw match card for Day 1: World Heavyweight Champion Seth freaking Rollins vs Drew McIntyre. World Heavyweight Champion Seth freaking Rollins will put his title on the line at WWE Day 1 against the dangerous Drew McIntyre. Since losing his title clash against undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns at WWE Clash at the Castle, McIntyre has slowly descended into madness and has taken out his anger on everybody in his path, and that includes Rollins. The Visionary, meanwhile, has enjoyed a lengthy reign as champion, but he isn't overlooking the threat that is the Scottish Warrior. The second match is Rhea Ripley looks to teach Ivy Nile a lesson in a women's world title match. Rhea Ripley is out to teach Ivy Nile that it is unwise to mess with the Eradicator of the Judgment Day. So much so that she will voluntarily put her women's world championship on the line to show just how little she thinks of her challenger. Is Ripley underestimating the dangerous Ivy? The third match is Becky Lynch set to battle Jax. It's a showdown several years in the making. Jax broke Becky Lynch's nose, and soon after, the man was born. Taking credit for the man's success that followed, the irresistible force is out to show that she can finish what she began. That, however, will be easier said than done when it comes to Lynch. When Jax got personal on the December 18th edition of Raw, an incensed Lynch attacked her adversary, and as the officials pulled her away, Jax attacked her from behind with a devastating strike. The man is out to settle the score when she journeys to Jax's hometown of San Diego for their highly anticipated matchup. The fourth match is Tegan Nox and Natalya vs. Shayna and Zoe Stark. Tag team action pits Tegan Nox and Natalya against the bruising tandem of Shayna and Zoe Stark. Natalya has taken the upstart Nox under her wing, and now they'll test their teamwork against the newfound pair of Shayna and Stark. The Queen of Spades and the newcomer Stark have formed an alliance in recent months, born out of their shared love of combat and winning. What will happen when these two teams square off? And this card is set for next week. Thanks guys for watching, and please subscribe.